Welcome to part 2 of Unprofessional album/EP reviews. Today we'll be having a look at a 2017 EP by McCafferty, Forest Life. Now, to give you some background information. McCafferty is a band formed in Ohio in 2011, with the lead singer, Nick Hardcop. He released his first EP, Mums Plus Dads, in 2012, and then went on to release his first album, Beach Boy, in 2014. You've probably heard a lot of songs from Beach Boy, such as Bottom, Alligator Skin Boots, and Beach Boy. As of now, McCafferty is working on a new album that's due to release in 2027. Last we've heard from Nick was in his latest blog post in 2025 December, where he states, "Mentally, I've been doing really well. I'm on a steady regime of medication for my bipolar and BPD, and I've been living a safe, healthy life for almost 6 years now. I have been blessed with a support system through my wife and my therapist that has really helped me shape myself into a better person. I have lost a lot of passion for music, and it's not something I do every day now, because it doesn't give me fulfillment. Before I was medicated, I would write every single day when I was manic, but my medication has curbed my mania, and I don't feel like writing as often." So this is how the list is going to be looking like. It's just a simple tier list from S to D. That's how the series is, I'm hoping, is going to go. So the songs that make up this EP are Jeff, Snakes, Trees, Yours, Mine, Ours, Dear Everyone, I'm Sorry, and Floorboards. So, our first song is Jeff. Let's give it a listen.
The one you loved in college for all the other. The reason that I'm not, the reason that you're lonely is the reason that I'm.
Hey, where you going?
So, I just finished listening to Jeff. Jeff is quite simple and short. It's a 1-minute song, and it has that classic McCafferty kind of 2-note picking, like in a sequence. Do 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 do. You know what I mean? I like that. It's quite simple, and that's kind of where it goes. But with McCafferty, he never fails to deliver an emotional, raw vocal, which I think is like his brand. The emotional, raw. He doesn't exactly sing. He kind of just like says his lines. But that's kind of what's so natural and painful about it. This specific song is quite sad as well. The line that said, "The reason that you're lonely is the reason that I'm not." That was repeated over the song quite a lot. I know, it just stuck with me. I know, it's a really simple lyrics. There's nothing that deep about it, but it just was repeated so many times that it stuck and just sounded so well in the song. As a first song, I would probably put it B tier. Simply because it's really short, right? And I get it's probably not for the sake of something, and it's the first song on the EP. But I feel like it had quite a lot of potential, especially with the lyrics. I just know what McCafferty can do. Let's move on to the next song, Snakes.
I know a snake when I see one in the grass. I see you slithering along, breaking everybody's necks. Much more, and it's hard to say. I'll be alright, I'll die for you, I'll die tonight. I never had a chance to say I missed you, man, but anyway, it's hard to say. I'll be alright, I'll die for you.
So, I just listened to Snakes, the second track on the EP, and let me tell you, I've got some thoughts about it. You probably can't read any of that. I got this little notepad for Christmas, and I got a chance to use it finally, because I rely on my iPad right now. So, well, first of all, this is a jump up in energy. This is a jump up in energy levels. Physics reference, boom. No, this song is genuinely a lot more energetic. I really love the bass line. Like, I really love it. McCafferty songs, they are not afraid of the bass line being really prominent. Not only being a rich, a sound that makes sound richer, but this actually has its standalone role in making the song so like rhythmic and shit. I never got to say I miss you. Something like that. This really struck home. Things you don't say you regret more than things you do say. In a lot of cases. That might not be true, but I think for the average person that would be true. Things you don't say, things you don't do will be a bigger regret than things you do say and things you do. You know, whether it's an apology, whether it's a confession, a confrontation, right? Those things are really important. Nick has highlighted in the song. Now, they repeated a lot of getting high, coming down, etc. Drug abuse. The song could be about someone who's struggling with drug abuse, but then again, McCafferty himself said has had problems with drugs because of his disorders. That's how a lot of people with BPD and bipolar deal with the disorder. It's drugs, and that this could definitely be a reference to that, seeing especially how like weed can, not necessarily weed, but you know, I associate stoned and high with weed. How kind of easily accessible it is in some places. It's an entry level drug. And this was a catchy song. Like, I love and man, I love when right? All that shit. Jeff had a more consistent, non-melodic speaking tone, which is totally fine again, but I think this song did it better because it did include some melody in it. I really like the climax of the song when the chorus, I love getting so, when it kind of gets quieter and then it's like full on. That was really powerful, and you know, with any song it will be powerful, but I feel like with Midwest Emo, and maybe particularly even with McCafferty, with, you know, his vocals are so raw and so dirty, but the production is quite clean, right? The fact that I can hear the bass line so well and so beautiful, that's part of the clear and neat production that makes the song such a good kind of best of both worlds. The messiness, but also the kind of the precision that music has. I would say this Snakes by McCafferty is definitely a solid A tier song in this EP. Let's move on to the next one, and Trees. And Trees, obviously, I think is the most famous one out of the EP, and it's a really good song. Let's put on Trees, and I'll see you soon.
I don't know how God thinks, but God, do you love me? Whoa.
Ooh, what a song, Trees by McCafferty. As I said, I've already listened to it before quite a lot of times, but it always hits the same. It's a really heavy and intense song that I feel how I interpret it, it's a song about not being able to satisfy someone in a certain way. I don't mean in any specific way, but what I wrote down is need, can't give. So I mean, like, you don't have something that someone needs, right? Whether it's like in any context. He drops the F slur quite a lot, and last time I checked he's bisexual, so he's talking about the time when maybe his sexuality is polarized, when maybe he thinks, or at the time he definitely feels like, I'm a certain specific way. I'm not bi, I'm like either straight or gay, but I'm assuming he's talking about a chapter when he's gay. It definitely seems like the song is definitely like reminiscing over old times, maybe old kind of confusion and lack of clarity, you know, which is definitely a common theme in any kind of person's teenage years, and especially when it comes to sexuality. People who maybe feel like they're different, and usually you do feel quite different from a young age. You just have a feeling, kind of. It's a big source of confusion, and it can be a source of frustration in your younger years, and even in your older years as well. I also noted down rhythm. Really like this one. It's a really intense song. It's a really quick, powerful song. I can't lie, the use of slurs definitely emphasized kind of like the rawness and pain of the songs, you know. The song made me feel like I'm sprinting as hard as I can, flailing my wrists around, trying to get away from something that I don't know what it is. That's kind of what the song makes me want to do. It makes me want to run, you know. Also, whoa. I really like that, the woes. It's a really McCafferty thing to do as well. Made the song feel a bit kind of infantile, more like, you know, it reminded me of those scenes like California, like MTV, you know, when it's like crowd surfing and shit, and it's like whoa, whoa, whoa. I know, maybe it sounds stupid, but that's kind of the vibe it gave me. I know the song is just really good. I know this is a really like primitive wording to use. It's really good, but it's S tier. It's an S tier song. It had what McCafferty is. It just encapsulated some sort of chaos within. Sometimes when you feel like you do need to run, you just need to run. That's it, you know. Yeah. So I'm giving this song an S tier ranking. So far in the ranking we've got Trees in S tier, Snakes in A tier, and Jeff in B tier. A pretty nice subsiding relationship. It's like increased in rankings over the EP. I'm aware that this isn't the whole EP. We have 3 more songs left, but this is going to be part 1 of the Forest Live review, because it would be a really long video otherwise, and it's easier to make a short one. I'm really tired. If I'm honest, I'm also looking forward to the second half, but it's okay. So far the impressions are, well, it's a really highly emotional album, explores really complex and kind of hurtful themes, but you know, that's what art does to you, and that's what you do to art. I'm just yapping away at this point. Before I go, I would like to give a shout out to Home Record Studios. He's a fellow musician who just released a song called Angels, and I think you should definitely check it out. It's a really nice, refreshing noise. It's kind of, in a way, it kind of hypnotized my brain. I don't know how to say it. So please, that's the thing, it's so unique, you have to check it out. And he's now working on another song that I'm really looking forward to hearing. If you give him the support, then maybe I could be making one of these EP album review videos for him. So please go check out his channel. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you would like to see me review an album or EP, let me know in the comments and I will do so. I do like to base it around a certain genre, which would be about Midwest emo-y, but I'm open to suggestions because I like music in general. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.